Hi everyone, this is Just Trying to Play It, and we are back with Sunrise's Order. Now, last time I believe we left off on day 9, which it says there. We woke up this morning, which is always a great thing. You might hear the thunder behind the game, so we are in rainy season. Now, the first thing I always want to check is I want to listen at that. That's in the game, mind you. That's not outside. So, I love the uh, sound effects that they have on here too. But anyway, what I always check in the morning is I always look at contracts. I try to have enough contracts available for me to at least get one from the day. Now, I am trying my best to do that, but I really don't all the time. What am I looking for? Most times, this contract, although it doesn't pay me anything, it gives me a recipe. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that recipe any other time. I don't even know what the recipe is. So I always take those. You can do it differently if you want to. Hold on. I am going to lower the ambiance and the sound volume just a little bit. Okay. I mean, it's great, but it's loud. I hear a dog. I don't know if you guys hear that dog, but I hear a dog. I want to find the dog. Usually when you hear the dog, there we go. Usually when you find the dog, when you hear the dog, you can find the dog. I don't think the dog is going to be on our island though. I don't think they made it that way. I'm not sure. But it's on an island that I probably have already unlocked. So let's just look at this. Do we have? We don't have the sickle. We have a lot of rotten plants here. Plants that have just gone bad for, to me, no reason at all. Take care of these things, but I don't think there's any rhyme or reason as to when or if they go bad as long as they're outside. I think the only way to keep them from doing that is to fertilize them. So we possibly could learn about that too and possibly try to get some fertilizer. It costs money though. Every freaking thing costs money. I've done it. I now have my own sawmill to help me build even more. My next step, if I'm not mistaken, will be to get a furnace. I should continue to work on contracts to develop my knowledge. Okay, so that's mainly the thing that we've been doing. One more contract should probably do this here. So I'm not concerned. I don't think we have a contract we can finish yet. We need potatoes and just lovely stuff. Okay. I normally would go to my inventory to check, but this is an easy way to check to see if you have enough to fulfill your contracts. We don't. So we need some more potatoes. We got plenty of turnips, but we probably could keep doing those. And we need the cucumbers to come in. Now, as we saw over here, I think we lost, I think these right here are cucumbers. So we only have one. These two look like they're growing in. There's some more of the flowers. There's one, looks like 4 of those coming in. This might be a potato. I don't remember what these 3 were. And it looks like we've lost a strawberry. No, these might be strawberries or something. I don't know, but we're gonna have to buy some more crops eventually. Now, what do you do in the rain? Well, the problem with the rain is your character gets sick out here. If we're out here too long, we may get sick. I don't really care because I've noticed that just a few days of rest, we're fine. But when you're sick, you move a lot slower. You're not as productive. You can still do stuff, but you're not as productive. So I honestly have ignored most, if not all, the times that my character has been sick. and I have stayed out here because you can't. I mean, I hate to say it, but I hate to lose the time and stuff. I need to use my stamina and do as much as I can. So let's see where. Let's see if we can find the dog today, because I did hear it. It's on one of these islands. I don't think we've opened up any islands as of yet. Let's see what we need to do that. We need 15 wood boards, 15 stones. That should be doable. That should be very doable. 15 wood boards, 15 wood stone. Well, 15 wood stone. So we're gonna have to go to our shop now that we have the sawmill. We can make those wood boards. So we should go. When we get back, these stones are gonna come in handy too, because they're gonna help us make more. And we're getting gathering levels, which is very passive in this, which I love it. I absolutely love it. And anything you pick up like this is gonna give you, you know, those gathering levels. Let's see, this I really want to know what this is. I bet you this helps us do something later on, but I don't know what it is. We have another one that we can open over here, hardwood and chipstone. We're not even there yet. I don't even think we've seen any hardwood. It might be in some of these trees that we couldn't cut down before. Well, it is. It most certainly is. This tree is different than this one, which is different than this one. So you can't help but to figure this, it must be a different type of stone, right? So, let's see. I don't know if you guys are playing this game. If you are, please put in the comments. Let me know what it's all about. I don't think it was that expensive. I don't even remember what I paid for it, honestly. It was not that much. But at first, as I said, as you may have heard me say before, I did not want to get this game because when I first played the demo, it didn't seem like it was going to be this intense. There was no indicator that the game was going to be so involved. And then I started playing and realized that I was not playing it correctly, even in the demo. You know, the demo is supposed to be there for you to explore, try things and stuff, and I got bored with it, you know, pretty quick because I just wasn't doing anything. You know, it's like it was just me. It wasn't the game, it was me. And I had to come to the realization that I didn't even give the game a chance. And then I started playing it when it came out on, when it just came out in early access. And I gotta tell you guys, I have never been so happy to be wrong about a game in my life. You know, about something in my life, let's just put it that way. I was glad that I was wrong about it because it gives you so much more than what you think. And just looking at it, even if you looked at the development, all of this should have been an indicator to me that there was a lot more going on. You got a seed maker down here, jewelry maker, perfumery, sewing studio. That should have told me enough, but no, it didn't. I've chalked it up to being just the same type of thing. The skill tree was a lot more than what you're showing here. They've actually revamped this to make it a little more efficient, but still, you know, very, very usable and very, you know, effective. So you've got different islands here that we haven't even looked at. Look at all this that's still open. You know, you got the field, forest, all this stuff that we haven't even tapped into, even though the island we're on is pretty big. You know, this is a pretty big island. We still have other islands out there. So I didn't even give it a chance, man. I just felt like, oh, with no NPCs, nothing like that, how fun can this game be? I was wrong. It's extremely fun. You know, I enjoyed it, and leveling up really helped me out. Now you see I've got a headache. I probably got sick from working too hard in the rain or snow. I need rest or medicine to heal faster. I seem to have some in my general safe. I better check. So we'll go look at we'll go inside before we use this skill point. So let's just get our happy cells inside. We're gonna pick you up. We'll pick up little things that we see along the way. We're not gonna make a special trip to get anything, but we'll pick up what we see as we're making our way back. Okay, let's get out of here. Yeah, we've got to get that sickle. That sickle is expensive. If you guys didn't notice, that thing was over 1,000, and it takes us a minute just to get up to $300 or $400 on this thing. So just keep that in mind. So we'll put, you know what? Before I do that, I want to put some of these mushrooms on. Even if you don't eat the mushrooms, you can still sell them for a little bit of money. It's not a whole lot of money, I'm gonna tell you that right now, but you can sell them. Usually I try to get in bed before 2300. So here's what we're gonna do. We're going to go to sleep. We're just gonna go ahead and go to sleep. Let the next day wash over us. You know, let us get our bearings and everything, and then start over in the morning. Now you see she perks up just a little bit. She's got a little smile on her face. She's good. Her eyes are open. That's a good indicator that she's feeling a little bit better. But is she 100%? Probably not, but she's close enough. So, skill point. Where are we going to put that? We still need more space in our backpack. We need to get to this row of items. In order to do that, we still need to spend 4 points here. We could do this for more contracts, honestly. But is there something else that we need just a little bit more? Reducing this energy is very important. Reducing that one. We just opened this side up here. We'll be offered more contracts per day, but we really can't take them. Our sleep is more refreshing and gives us more energy per hour of sleep. That actually sounds pretty good, because you notice we aren't 100% here. We went to bed on time, but we're not 100%, which we should be. There's just so much to pick. There's really no right or wrong when you're picking this, so just keep that in mind. It's based on how you want to play. So, you know, regardless of what anyone may say, if they've been playing the game, if they haven't played the game, there's no real right way to do it. It's just how you want to play. There's no there's no time crunch. You don't have to do something in a certain period of time. Yes, the contracts have to be fulfilled, but there's no real penalty for not doing it. There's a penalty for canceling them, but there's no real penalty for letting them expire, except that they take up a space in your contracts. So what I think is this sleep is probably very important to us. We will eventually, as we play, you eventually max out some of this stuff. Let's see if there are any contracts that would have been lucrative. We can't make a small brown plant. We can't make the hardwood board yet, and we can't make that. So we're good to go. We're good there. We made a good decision today. Okay, there's some things that are ready. Remember, every time you gather this stuff up, crafting level just went up. Let's just do those. Okay, so we need to start doing some boards. The stone we should have, so this will give us 8 of them. So let's just get those started. And then in here, let's put up some things. We're eventually going to do those. Let's put that in there. It looks like we have the stone already, guys. So we just need 7 more of the board. So today, after we do our daily crop tending, we need to start working on just chopping down trees or picking up the branches, things like that. So that gives us some gold for the day. We probably should have ordered some more seeds also. I didn't think about uh, I didn't think about that. We usually have crops maturing daily, so we should have some seeds on tap so that we can, you know what I mean, not necessarily on tap, but you know what I mean. But we should have some seeds ready for us to plant them as soon as something grows. We got 2 cabbages out of that. That does not happen often unless we increase, you know, that particular thing. I think we can do that in the skill tree. Yeah, see, this increases the chance of growing more crops with one plant. And I think down here we can do it again. And then there's a couple other places where you probably could do it again, but at a higher scale, more than likely. But that gives us some decent stuff to work with. You know, we have 5 of those. I don't think we have anything that we can finish in our contracts. No, we're pretty much waiting on the same stuff, which is pretty good. But you know, we have 316. We have use of the overnight Amazon delivery, so I think we should make use of that. Are we gonna have enough tulips? Can we have enough tulips? We've got enough turnips, I think, for now. The potatoes, we may not. It's not that expensive. That's gonna cost us 210. We're gonna top it off with 2 of those. Yes. Now, are there any other? We should have these grow in 8 days, and then they continue to grow. I probably should have gotten one of them earlier. Some more of those. And that's the thing too. I completely didn't think about the fact that our I don't have enough wood for that. I completely forgot about the fact that our crops will die, and we do need to replace those. We've lost at least one of each here. We haven't lost a potato or a turnip, but we lost some of the more expensive crops. This is the strawberry, this is the cabbage, this is the cucumber. So we've lost at least one of those each, which, you know, I don't like losing crops, but I know that it is the nature of the beast. So today is going to be a gathering day. Now, I know that that part is probably not that enjoyable, and you've seen me do it quite often. So what I'm going to do is I am going to continue gathering until there's nothing else on this island to gather. Now, what I mean is the logs that are out, did I say blogs? Logs. Whichever one I said, you guys know what I mean, right? The logs that are sitting out here, I'm going to gather those. I'm going to gather any loose items. That's what I consider loose items. I'm also going to make sure that I eat so that I don't pass out, and then we'll figure something out after that. So I am going to bring you guys back when I've done all of that. Alright, so we're back. I have decided to go around the island and the beach area and just see if there's anything laying around. We collected a few little items along the beach, nothing significant, but we did collect a lot of those little branches that were out here. As you can see, we have 70 of them. Let's just do the inventory this way. We have 70 of those branches, and that all came from me picking them up or hitting the log. That'll give us quite a lot of wood. For every 5 we get 1, so that should get us 14 wood. So that's will get us not enough of the planks that we need, probably. I think we only need 5 left though, but we're gonna get close is what I'm saying. We also collected 1 of the Natica and 1 of these things and another loose rock, so that we can at least get 1 of those to add. So we're close. We're very close. So we still haven't gotten everything, but you see my energy up here, we're kind of closing in on passing out. I don't want to waste any of my food right now because we'll end up falling asleep, we'll end up passing out, and it's pretty late. So we're gonna go inside, even though we have a couple more hours. I want to get as much energy as possible. So anytime we get to that point, I just go to sleep. There are times where I'll have half of energy and I may go to sleep anyway, because there's nothing that I want to accomplish that day. I try to do things to get ahead though, but you just don't know. So we have some strawberries available, which of course I don't have any room for. So let's put our stuff up here. We're gonna put up these guys. What else we got? That's it. We're really running light here, aren't we? We're running light. Here were those pills. I think you guys saw those before. They'll heal 50% health. So we didn't really need it because that sleep that we took really helped us out. So I didn't take one. I felt the sleep would do it, which it actually did. So our logging level has gone up. And notice we can now do a wooden chair. Here's the hardwood board. Recipe. We need 5 hardwoods, which we really need to increase our tools. We need to upgrade the tools, which is what we were trying to do anyway. Chip stone is over here, and then we've got some that say need blueprint and then factory too low. Basically what that means is we need to increase the land level so that our factory can go to level 2 and 3. So in order for us to do that, we have to do other things. I can show you that in a minute once I put that up and put a couple more mushrooms on the go. Do we not have, we don't have any fuel in here. I don't have any coal and I don't want to use. Let me see. I think I've got one straggler for a branch here. So what I'm going to do is this one branch is going to be used for fuel. How much that's going to do, don't know, but we'll see. So what I was saying was we can go into Builder. Clear lands unlocks the land in the first place to build on. Even though you open up another part of the island or a bigger an island period, you can't use all of the stuff, all of the areas for anything. So you have to first unlock it so that you can use it, and then you have to designate what it is. Now that's all that starts here. So you can say clear land. Now here you'll see, because we already own this, we can increase the land that's here. We can increase the level so that we can put more things here. We can upgrade our house. We can do all that, but we can't do it yet. So we can go, let's say over here. We don't have this land yet. This land is not ours. We can confirm, and the only thing we can do with that land now is we can make it into a field. Okay, so that's going to cost us 515 wood. That's very doable, and I think that's regardless of where the land is, how big it is, whatever. It's very doable, so I'm not concerned about that. What I am concerned about is we haven't opened up any of this other stuff yet, so we can't turn the land into anything else. Now, how do you open that up? Well, you come up here. Okay, large animals are here, which are your cows, your sheep, that sort of thing. This is the small animals, which I think is just chickens right now. I think you could do goats over here too. Botanist obviously is for your flowers, but it's also for beehives. So you can't put beehives anywhere unless you open up the botanist section. And then here you're just upgrading everything that you have. Over here you're finding new things. Okay, here's all your new stuff over here. Hives are right here. Furnace is right here. So we've got to do, I think, one more thing up here to unlock this section, which is fine with me. I may do a well because I'm thinking about where I want to put another field and I don't want to keep walking so far to the water. So that's one of the things that we plan ahead. Now we can go back here. I don't want to discover any new blueprints yet. I could increase my maximum energy, but I kind of want this. What contracts do we have today? Did we even look at anything? This one. Love this. This is probably one of the easiest contracts you can do. All you're doing is catching fish and you're cooking them. It does not matter what fish you cook. Okay, all of them end up being grilled fish. It's not just grilled salmon, grilled this or grilled that. It's grilled fish once you cook it. When they're raw, they're all different types of fish. When they're cooked, all the same. So keep that in mind. Now sometimes um, they will ask you for specific fish that's raw. So you might want to keep that in mind as well. I also try to do any of these things that give me free seeds. Right now I don't have a small brown plant and I can't make it, and I don't know if we can make it. But there are times when you may get a small brown plant as a um, as a reward from something else. So let's say this right here, I'm getting 427 plus three more some wheat seeds, which I think those are summer seeds if I'm not mistaken. But it's only costing me 3 potatoes and 5 turnips. So if you look and see how much it costs you to do this, potatoes are 30, turnips are 25. So this is 90, 125, that's 215. I'm already getting basically double my money, but I'm also getting some free seeds too. Now regardless of how much those seeds cost, it's still extra. So I'm getting a very lucrative amount just doing this. Then over here, same thing. I love these. These are 120 for these seeds. I'm getting, these cost 30, it's 120. I'm making a profit from this already, but then I get these, which I can make a more profit. That's how I look at them. These, think about it. It cost me 40 for the tulip. I don't think the tulip is like 80 or 90 a piece when you sell it. But I do believe they're at least 50 or 55. So we're already making a profit. Sometimes though that doesn't matter to me. Like right here. This is not going to matter to me because I'm getting a blueprint, a free blueprint that I may not see anywhere else. This is usually always lucrative to me. I love doing this because the grilled fish I don't think is that much. But for this, I'll do it all the time. And that lets me be able to do fishing. I think I've shown you guys fishing. I'm not sure. But part of me wants to, I have to wait for my, yeah, we've already got to wait for our, do we have any fish yet? Let's just look at that. We have 2 of the yellow perch. Okay, so we can do 2 out of the 6. Let's just fish. It's very early in the day. We should be able to get many more than 6. First, let's look around here and see if there's anything. No, there's nothing. There's nothing. Alright, let's do some fishing. So we've already fished. You should be familiar with this mini game, if you want to call it that. It can be annoying, like these things are moving very quickly. That tells me that's probably one of the harder fish, which in this case is the yellow perch, unless I'm going to discover a new fish. There we go, there's the yellow perch. So you kind of get used to how fast they go and what type of fish it is. This one, don't know, could probably be, it could be any fish, honestly. My rule of thumb that I've been trying to live up to when I play this on my own is I try to have 1 fish. Oh, that's a pearl. Okay. Now the pearl is also very lucrative. If you sell the pearl, which I've sold, you know, the pearl once or twice in my playthrough, well, the one that I'm trying to play through, the pearl is 150 apiece. So I just discovered bass just now. So you discover new fish, you know. I don't believe there's so much more than the other. There's my package. If you heard that little ching, that little chime, my package has arrived. So now I need to go and hopefully, oh, there it is. See, I was going to go and search for my package. What am I going to put in here? I'm going to put you in here, you in here. And for now, we're going to put the pearl in there. The pearl, I was holding on. You know what? I'm not going to do it. I was holding on to the pearl because for me, the pearls would come in handy later if I made jewelry. I still haven't made jewelry in any of my playthroughs, so I don't know how lucrative those could be. But it takes a while to get to that. It takes a while to get to the pearls. Well, to the jewelry period. So what I usually do is I'll sell it. So we're going to put it in here for sale. And then you'll see how much we get from that the next day. So there's that in there. And then we'll go over here. We have more branches we can do. There's 4 more. That'll give us like 1 of these. So we've got 4 going here. We need 1 more, which we should be able to do that with the stuff we just put in. And I believe that gets us, no, it does not. We need 7 more of these. We've only got 4 more going. We've got 1 we can do, so we're going to need at least enough for 2 more. Now, we could chop down a few trees where we're only getting wood. But it takes a good amount of wax with this. It takes a good amount of hits. As you can see, look at our energy, but it's still kind of early. So I don't mind, but we're using... I think some of the next points will be for us not to use as much energy as we're doing this, because the more energy we use, the more food we're using. And, you know, then we have to, you know, obviously, like for instance, we just did the 1 branch. We did 1 branch over here, right? We did 1 branch here. It's only done 2 of the mushrooms. It can't even do 3 mushrooms with 1 branch. So we're gonna have to, once we get our goal over here, we'll figure that out. Okay, we can do 4 more here. So we're doing 8 more. We should be good because we're doing 1 extra. Okay, that solves that problem. What other problems do we have right now? I mean, seriously. Okay, so there's the stone there. We need to finish our, well, we need to fuel this. Do I have anything to fuel you? No, I do not, because I just used all of my wood. Okay, so I'm going to take 1 of these away, and I'm only going to do what I need to do for now, because we need to have, I'm going to put 2 wood in there to let those go. The only reason I'm doing that is because when we do this fish, we need to be able to do the fish, is what I'm saying. And it does not hurt for us to have the food either. Let's go put the other one in there. I don't, you know, just put it in there. So let's finish fishing for now. You see what we have is we have the headache already because we're outside in the rain. But you know what? The rain on this game is so invaluable. It's just not even funny. You know, every time it rains, you get to be more productive, in my opinion, because watering your crops is usually the most work-intensive thing. It's the most manual labor that you're doing. Heaven forbid that you try to expand your crops, right? So you're doing all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? You're doing all of that stuff, and it takes up so much of your energy. You're eating, you know, in here you can't drink or whatever, but you're eating different things to cover that, to make sure that you can, you know, do that. So I think a big thing is to work on our energy consumption right now, because if we're using so much energy to fish, we're using so much energy to water, we're using so much energy to with the, we've got to slow down. We've already passed out, so we have got to slow down. We've got to, pace ourselves. So I think that's going to be what this next point is used for. And as you can see, we're getting different types of fish. So that's wonderful, but too bad for the fish. It doesn't matter because all of you are about to be cooked up. We have 6 fish, 7 fish. So what do I want to do? Do I want to keep a fish that we only have one of, or do I want to keep a fish that we have multiples of? I'm going to save the bitterlings because they're cute. They're just little and cute to me. So we're going to cook this up, and I'm tired of hearing this dog that I cannot find. Now you notice all 3 of those fish went up there. No difference if they're being cooked. So there. Now, I believe this dog he's not on our island. I don't believe the dog can start on our island. I believe he has to be close though. So he's either on the island adjacent to us over here, or he's in the one at the top. I keep hearing him when we're down here. Problem is though, everyone, we cannot open this because we have yet to be able to do hardwood. Now, if that's going to be one of our goals, to find the dog, then we need to get to hardwood, which we were trying to upgrade our tools anyway. So that's not a big deal. Let's get this branch out of the way. Okay, so we're going to go inside, I think, because it's getting late. It's getting late. We're going to use that point in the morning. We're going to go one more day. I didn't want to do this long of a one this time, but we're going to do one more day. And we're going to use the point. As you can see, the pearl 150. Very lucrative in the beginning. You'll find more later on. It's not that I don't think they're extremely rare, but they're rare. But you will find more later on. I'm gonna take this one. And the reason why I took that one is because obviously the other ones we can't do yet. And I don't know how I feel about giving up my resources like that. Sometimes I find myself needing those things, and it's more lucrative to hold on to them. So instead of that, let's see. Increase by maximum energy. Reduces the energy used when you use the axe. I'm thinking of going there, but I'm tempted to start just opening up new roles first. Do we open up the new roles, or do we go like just jump around? See, I can't even do these. See, I want to do these because this one we ask for more money, and I love that. And then this one, they get more patient. I don't care. We can choose more difficult rewards, which give us more money. This one, difficult rewards, which also give us more, difficult contracts, not rewards, but they give us more money. This one I need because we get discounts off the stuff we're already going to do. So one thing too is right now, I think I'm going to go with, I think I'm going to be chopping trees a lot for a minute. So I'm going to go there. That's what I'm going to do. And it is the 12th of spring. In 3 days, we're going to have to pay for using Amazon. And we don't have that kind of money. It's going to cost us $1,500. And we don't have that kind of money. So, what does that say? What it says is we need to work a little bit better. We need to do better right now. That's what it says. And I think I had some seeds. I'm gonna put one of those over here because it takes the longest for this this to grow right there. Yeah, we have some, you know, we need to grow some more stuff. We need to make sure that we can finish up some of these contracts. And really, that's your main way to make money, is the contracts. You can sell your crops. You can always sell your crops. I suggest anyone that's playing this, sell one of each crop so that you can see how much they are. And then you can do your own math. There's people who probably have already done that. I don't know. But you can do your own math. You can do your own figuring. I do have a game that's going where I just test stuff. I'm not trying to do anything. I'm trying to grow everything to see how much it is, and, you know, compare that to how long it takes for it to grow, and, you know, just all of that sort of thing. So I don't blame you for doing it, but you can easily do that. You know, it's just, what do people call it, for science or something. So you can always do that. I just did that 6. So here is, there we go. Now we can do this. This is another 458. That's great. We need another Natica to finish this one. And we finish this part. So we can come up here. I'm gonna do the well. And the well does fill up. It can dry out, but it can fill up when it rains. So we're definitely gonna do that. We're gonna do the well. Now, we're at 664. We're almost halfway. Almost halfway. Let's see what it takes to make this well. Is it in here? No, it's probably in this one. Okay, as you can see, we're beginning to get stuff that says iron ore, iron ingots. So mainly what that says is we're probably getting close to being able to do that stuff. Let's go open up, hold on, do we have enough? 15, yes. Let's go open up this other island. There we go, bam. And it's open. The bridge is finally ready. Now I can explore more of my island. Now, what does this do? This does little to nothing. We get more of the same. We can come around and collect all of these things, which is great for us because it's not using the little bit of energy that we have. And I think what I'm going to do is we take a certain location, we go around here, and we start clearing part of the island up here as well. So we'll just pick up for now what we can pick up. I didn't want to pick that up, but okay. We'll just do what we can, not using any energy. As you can see, all of this over here. So as we're opening this up, this fog goes away. So our goal is to get rid of the fog that's over here right now. Whether or not we can do it today is probably, you know, asking much, but we're gonna try and see what we can do. The good thing is, like I said, this is not using any kind of our energy, at all. So we can easily, we should be able to do a lot of this. I think I'm gonna go around the perimeter first. There's not much beach over here. So I was hoping to possibly find some Natica, whatever it's called. I was hoping to find some of that over here. We're also keeping a lookout for the dog just in case it is over here. They say once you start seeing it, hearing it rather, I don't think he goes anywhere else. He stays there, I don't know. But we're gonna check and make sure. So far it does not look like he's on this island. We still have a lot of islands to check out. And there's another thing over here that we can open up. So that's gonna take wood boards, chipstone, even more wood boards than before. So it will get, I think the resources they asked for do get a little more difficult. or the number of them obviously go up, which makes sense. You know, you should have an easy one to get started, and then they should progressively get harder and harder. So we're looking at that right now. We've got a lot of this island that's left. Let's see what we've done so far. Yeah, we've got a lot of this left. We've done a nice little chunk of it. We've done a nice little chunk of it, but there's still so much of this island remaining. And then right here, honestly, could be a very good patch for some, to do some crops. But the question is, do you want to keep coming up here to do crops? I don't believe we have anything in line of a sprinkler. I don't think that that's on here. And I could be wrong. Let's look at development. We've got jewelry maker factory, factory maker seed, perfumery. I don't think we can do sprinklers. But there is something that is called a greenhouse that is on here. Now, whether or not you do it up here, I don't know. Whether or not you do it closer to you, I don't know. Because that's the difference. It's like you walking everywhere. Because, you know, obviously there's no kind of transportation or anything like that. You can't ride on a bicycle. But the thing is do you want to come up, like right here, this is a great patch for, you know, some sort of farmland. But this one is absolute, I mean, it's beautiful. It's perfectly shaped. You know, it's the one patch that I've seen so far that is perfectly shaped. Everything else is like some weird little shapes and, you know, just odd. But that one is perfectly shaped. It's a perfect rectangle. So things like that you can think of. You can also, like I said, you can do a patch of land up here. Here's a little patch. It's a small little patch. Maybe you want to do a few little flowers there or something. Over here is a bigger patch. Maybe this is where you want to put some more. Like my goal, honestly, this section here, I would probably do some more crops because there's 3 sections here. Now, I don't know if they're all in the same section, which they are. So the way that this shows you the different sections, this is a section, this is a section, this is a section, that's a section, that's a section, such like that. This says unusable because we haven't unlocked, we haven't cleared this section for ourselves. That's what that means. We haven't cleared it for us yet. It's clear land, it's open land, but it's not clear for our use. Then first we clear it, and then we designate it to be a specific type. This may be good for another farming patch because there's 3 different here. We can do 3 different types, you know, of we can do all kinds of stuff, but we can do, say, you know, those that grow all the time up here, you know, those that continue to grow after one harvest. We can do those up here, and then the ones that grow and disappear, you know, where we gotta replant them all the time, can go here. You can do a lot with this, and that's just my general point. You can do a lot with it, and I love that about the game. The game really does give you some versatility there. Before we go to sleep, we're gonna put on some mushrooms because we're running a little low, and we're gonna do some trees. And it's getting late. As you can see, it says we're tired. Let's see what that does to us. We're about here right now. We're about almost halfway. Let's see what that does to us. And we wait. It's about 20 to 30 seconds. Okay. We are full. But that's because we're full energy. That's because we had a lot of energy to go to bed. We almost had a half. You see, that gave us the rest of the half plus a little bit. That little bit that we got extra came from us eating this stuff. That's 140 energy. That's not a lot, honestly. But that's where that little bit of extra energy came from. So just keep that in mind. you know, as you're going through your playthrough. And the last thing I wanted to indicate is you can see this clownfish. Okay, I don't think we see that clownfish until summertime, which hence might be why we have until sometime in the summer. Well, there's two of these clownfish, they're only 30 apiece. These are kind of different fish. I like them, I think they're cute. But we just sold 6 fish, cooked fish, for almost 500. So you can see kind of the difference between that. You may want to cook, you know, fish, cook them, have them there waiting until, you know, you get a order for them. However you want to do it, you know, you have your own production line. You can decide on that. I would like to get more contracts offered to me because the 3 we're getting sometimes are not that good. So what I would probably do is do this next. You kind of got to switch back and forth between your energy, your contracts, you know, the quality of the contracts, the quantity of the contracts, the number of contracts you can accept, and increasing your tools, being able to your tools not breaking so fast, because they will break. The ones you have right now that you start off with never break, but they're the worst. You know, it takes so long for those to knock down anything. You also want to just kind of switch back and forth from opening up new crops, really, new flowers, new crops, things like that. Then you get into mining. And mining opens up your ores. You can get iron, I think there's copper, there's silver, and I believe there's gold. You also find gems in mining, which help you with jewelry and stuff like that. So you got to pick and choose how you want these things to develop, how fast do you want them to develop. Now look, we have 3 more flowers available, which still is not the number of flowers that we need. So that means I need to plan another one. I don't worry about fulfilling the contracts really, because I know I have time. What I'm concerned about, honestly, is, see, we got 2 from that, 1 from that. I think we can fulfill one of those contracts. So let's go up here and take a look. We can fulfill this one, which gives us 223. And let's see, we've only got 3 of them. So if we do this one, we'll get that money. If we do this one, we won't get any money. So obviously we'll do this one. We need to find another one of these. Hopefully there's one on the island. There's one sitting out there. So that gives us another 400, which will get us close to the 15 that we need. Why didn't I fulfill it then? Because I'm going to end the day and it's going to start me off from when we woke up. So I'm just quickly running through here to just see if maybe, just maybe, there's a Natica here. And then I need to check probably the other island. You can do this. You can do this and go through like so. And if there is one that's sitting out there, you will see it, because the Natica, we haven't gone to this side. The Natica actually stands out. The starfish do not. The starfish blend in. But it looks like there aren't any available on the island, or at least where we can see them. So that also could save you a little time if you're looking for those. Instead of going around trying to look for them, you can search your map to see if they're there. If the Natica is not there, and I'm talking about Natica, I'm not talking about the starfish. You can sometimes see those, but they blend in with, you know, they blend in with the sand sometimes. But it's pretty cool the way that it is with the Natica. You can see it just from, you know, your map view, and you can know whether or not you need to go in certain areas to pick them up. But there are certain areas, like I said, that we haven't opened up here. We still have the fog. We haven't gone over there. So it probably would be worth it for us to go on that side because maybe there might be more beach on that side. As you can see, there's little to no, it might be here. We see a little stretch of beach just going up. So we might have some over there. We don't know. But anyway.